अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरिं श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिकावल्लभं जानकीनायकं रामचन्द्रं भजे अच्युतं केशवं सत्यभामाधवं माधवं श्रीधरं राधिका राधितं इन्दिरामन्दिरं चेतसा सुन्दरं देवकी नन्दनं नन्दजं सन्ददे.
ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम सर्ववेदांत सिद्धांत गोचरम तमगोचरम गोविंदम परमानंदम सद्गुरुं प्रणतोस्म्यहम्. 65 आप्तोक्तिं खननं ततोपरि शिलाद्युत्कर्षणं स्वीकृतिं निक्षेपः समपेक्षते न हि बहिः शब्दैस्तु निर्गच्छति. तद्वद्ब्रह्मविदोपदेशमननध्यानादिभिर्लभ्यते मायाकार्यतिरोहितं स्वममलं तत्त्वं न दुर्युक्तिभिः. आप्तोक्तिं खननं तथा उपरि शीलादि उत्कर्षणं स्वकृतिं निक्षेपः समपेक्षते न हि बहिः शब्दैस्तु निर्गच्छति. Aptokti means aptaha means the person who has insight regarding where the wealth is, the hidden treasure is. That kind of a person is called aptaha, the one who has gained the knowledge of it, who's knowledgeable, who has insight. That is an aptokta. So his ukti, aptaha, his ukti, his words, because he is the one who can guide you. So now that person has to first tell, if you want to get a treasure, you want to excavate and gain a treasure which is hidden in the ground, then what do? You need to first figure out where you have to search. You can't go and search everywhere. You need to know the specific location so that you can quickly go and get it. Otherwise, it is not possible to even narrow down to a place. So first you need to figure out some old man who has lived in that place, who has listened to people who lived when he was young. So go and search for an 85-year-old man who has lived in the same village and who has heard it from his younger days through the old people that he knew. And the assumption is those people also have heard from somebody else. So they will get to tell you, okay, it is somewhere close to that lake which is behind the temple on some eastern shore is where it is generally believed that there is a treasure. So that kind of an initial pointer is important. Okay, so aptoktim khananam, then you start digging, that is kananam. Okay, then tatopari shiladi utkarshanam, then you start removing all the stones, rocks which are there, because people who would have hidden the treasure would have generally kept it in a very guarded way by putting some stones and stuff there. Swikritim nikshepaha samapekshate. Okay, nahi bahi shabda istu nirgachati. Just by calling out, oh treasure, come out, it won't come out. Okay. So, Swikritim Nikshepaha Samapekshate, your own sweat and gasping, you have to make all the effort before it can come out. Just by saying, come out is not enough. You need the proper guidance, then you need to make an effort and you have to sweat it out. You need to make sure that whatever is the obstacle which is there in gaining the treasure, they are removed by you. You need to make that effort. This is not something where you go and tell 10 different people, because then you won't get the treasure anyway. Somebody will take it and go away. Whoever makes the maximum effort gets the treasure, right? So this is just a illustration of an example. Okay. Now come to the Dashtantika. Tadvat. Similarly, okay. Similarly, Brahma with Upadesha Manana Dhyana Labhyate Maya Karya Tirohitam Swam Amalam Tatvam Na Duryuktibihi. So Aptokti, there the person who has knowledge of where the hidden treasure is, what is equivalent here? Brahma with Upadesham. The one who is a jnani, that person's Upadesha here is teaching. It has to be taught, not just some instruction. Oh, go and gain Brahman. No, here it has to be taught. In the Aptokti, at least they can just guide you. Okay, this is where you have to find. But in the case of Brahmavite, the person has to teach properly. Brahmavite Upadesham. Then what? Manana Dhyanadibihi, like Kananam and Shiladi Utkarshanam. Here also you need to do Mananam, analysis, reflecting on what has been taught, clarifying all doubts. There will always be certain Pratibandha, Pratipaksha, Bhavana. So you have to do Dhyanam, which is Nididhyasanam. There could be doubts. So you need to, like that Stamba, Khanana Nyayam. There is a Nyaya where when there is a pillar, he has to be properly kept. Then what do? You shake it. First put it, dig, put it, pack it, then shake the stamba. Then again some space is created. Again pack it. Again shake it. Again pack it. Till it is fully packed and it doesn't move. That is called mananam. Like you keep on asking question, how can everything be Brahman? Why is it all Brahman? How do I understand? What if the Shastra, what it is saying is not right? Then why are you saying it is not right? All these questions you have to analyze. What about this body? Deha the Sangata. Why is it Brahman? How is it Brahman? What is the difference between my body and the next Jiva's body? And I can say my body is not me, but then this body comes with me. So there is a difference between this body and somebody else's body. So then how can I say this body is not me? There could be n number of questions. So, and then there are other darshanakaras also who come and say that it is all visishtam. You are having the whole world with attributes in front of you. How can you just dismiss it? Is it all hallucination? This Advaita Jnana. All these questions need to be properly addressed. Then only your knowledge becomes a grounded knowledge. Otherwise, it's only a faith. It's your emotional bonding to Advaita Sampradaya because you are born into a family which is believing in Advaita. That's all. If you want to gain the jnanam, this belief is not enough. It can be a starting point. But you need to have a grounded knowledge. It is what is called cognitive knowledge. where there is a direct knowledge, aparoksha jnanam. That aparoksha jnanam happens through Brahmavit. Then the mananam makes it rooted, unshakable, because you have a very clear vision. Astamalakavatu, like the fruit in your hand, the berry in your hand, how clearly it is visible like that. The whole teaching is very clear. That is called jnanam, mananam and dhyanam. All the pratipaksha bhavana which is there, swabhavika pravritti is there, all that is removed by doing nididhyasana, being contemplating on the vakya, shruti vakya. Aham brahmasmi, neti neti, nityaha asmi, nitya shuddhosmi, nitya buddhosmi, nitya muktosmi, like that. Take certain vakyas and contemplating on it. That is called nididhyasanam or dhyanam. You have to do all that. You have to do, not some pandita. Then the maya karya tirohitam. It is hidden by the maya karya. Like the shiladi utkarshanam. In the case of treasure, there are big rocks which are covering. In the case of atma, there is your own emotional cover, the inner being, the psychological being, the inner child is covered by a lot of emotions and anxieties, sense of limitation, and the assumption that I am this limited being which has been going on for births after births, and all the maya karya, the clinging for security, the clinging we have for a happiness, the clinging for the external things. All the time you have been, for any happiness, you have been dependent on external things. Without watching a movie, there was no happiness. Without having good food in some restaurant, spending thousands of rupees, there was never a happiness before. Without spending money on buying some sweets, where was the happiness? My happiness in the past was by having some cell phone and mobile cars and those kind of things. Without that, where is happiness? My happiness in the past has been through my relationships and friends and people around me. How can I come out of that? All that, those have been source of my happiness. Now, is that where the Swarupa Jnanam and Swarupa Ananda is going to come? No. How do I give that up? So there is that whole covering which is there, where you are basically having certain clutches on which you are standing, because you think you are yourself not having any happiness. You need things external for you to be happy, like somebody who doesn't have a proper leg, he is dependent on clutches, things that he can't walk, he can't even stand. But the Shastra comes and says, no, your legs are all right, you can stand. But then I have been holding on to these clutches for my life. I don't feel comfortable giving them up. So now, how do I come out of all these? Right? So you need to work through that. Swikritim nikshepa samapekshate. Like that, maya karya tirohitam swam amalam tattvam. Your own pure state, which is your real swarupa, which you have not been recognizing. For you to recognize that, there are a lot of obstacles which will come on the way. You need to remove all that. Na duryukti bihi. Just don't keep arguing with people. There's no point in any arguments. It just takes you away from the swarupa. Just keep focusing on Shastra and Manana Dhyana. That's all. 66. Tasmat sarva prayatnena bhavabandha vimuktaye svaireva yatna kartavyo roga tau iva panditaihi. Therefore, the wise men, panditaihi, yatnaha kartavyaha, need to make effort, should make effort, personally strive. Svaireva yatnaha kartavyaha, has to make substantial effort. Rogadav iva, to be freed from, just like when there is a disease or any inability, disability, the person makes effort to remove by having medicines or any support. Similarly, here also, sarva prayatnena bhavabandha vimuktaye yatna kartavyaha. One needs to make all effort to just get out of this bondage. There is always something that will keep you away from this pursuit. You will think, let me do this, get it done with it. After that, when I get to the retirement, then I will have a lot of time. Then I can sit on these things. First, I have my duties to complete, as though this pursuit is against you performing the duties. That's what people, it's an excuse. Why? What is going to stop? See, there's always a lot of time you have for yourself during a day when you are traveling, when you are watching television, when you are lying down on the bed before you get to sleep. I mean, even a busiest person has these moments, these hours where you just are just thinking unnecessary things or spending your time reading some political things, reading WhatsApp messages or going to social media and looking at things. There's a lot of time we have. Just an excuse that we don't have time and all that. It's just the prioritization. And then we are only talking about a pursuit which is purely a mental activity. When you are physically, nobody is going to stop you doing anything that you are today doing, right? Nobody is asking people to just leave everything, go and sit in some ashram or something. Even the manana nididhyasana we are talking about is when you have some half an hour to do your meditation during a day, spend it on manana and nididhyasana. That's it. 1 hour of listening to shastra and half an hour of manana nididhyasana. And then whatever activities you are doing during the day, just do with an attitude of karma yoga. That's it. Then you are preparing yourself. So the effort needs to be taken. That's the point. That's what he says in 66. Now 67. Yastvayadhyagritah prashno variyan shastravinmatah sutraprayo nigudhartho jnatavyascha mumukshubhihi. Yastvaya adya prashnaha kritaha. Whatever you just asked me, those questions are great ones. Variyan. These are excellent questions. Shastravinmataha. People who are learned, they say these are the right questions to ask, because when you are asking the right questions, you are halfway for the answer. You know how to frame the question, you know what you are seeking. So, to even arrive at what you want is a big thing. People spend lives after lives after lives before they even come to the conclusion that I need moksha. It's so difficult. It just, not everybody comes. You see, crores and crores of people are there. How many pursue? Even religious people may not be spiritual pursuants. Very few people understand that you need to go beyond the religious pursuit for you to gain the real ask, the need, the sought after thing, which actually is moksha. That itself is very difficult. Only very few come in there. And then, even those who want liberation, they go in for so many other things. How many recognize that only from jnana you will gain moksha? Very few. And even that jnana, what that jnanam is even people who are panditas, who can talk about Vedanta and all that, for them also it's not very clear. They can say Brahman, Atma and all that, but how the pramana works, It's very difficult for people to understand. That's why they don't own up this jnanam. There is no owning up. Because for them, Brahman is something which is there, probably I haven't yet seen kind of thing. So, even though Shastra says it's Paramatma, people say, hey, Paramatma is there, he will take care of me. Hare, Paramatma, the word itself means it's you. The word Atma cannot be spoken of in third person. It has to be first person. Uttama Purusha. Paramatmeti Udahritah. Yolokatraya Mahavishya Vivartya Avyaya Ishvara. Like in Gita, Bhagavan says. So the third person is not Param Brahma or Paramatma. Paramatma means it is always first person. It is I. Atma has to come to I. So how can somebody say Paramatma will take care of me? Paramatma is me. And that me is not Ahankara or this body, mind, sense complex. It is Swarupa. And that Swarupa pervades everything. That needs to be understood. And that is not. So people don't. So it becomes a thing which is very difficult to even narrow down to because you don't ask the right question. So if somebody is asking the right question, the person has already reached, the doors, footsteps. So that's why he is saying, yes, tvaya adya kritah prashnaha variyan shastra vinmatah sutra prayaha nigudartah jnatavyascha mumukshibhi. Okay, this is very, nigudartha means it is very, very intelligent. It is pregnant with great aspects in it. And the answers for it is something that all mumukshus need to seek. Whoever wants the liberation, they should ask these questions. 68. Shrunushva vahito vidvad yanmaya samudiryade tadetat shravanat sadyaha bhavabandhat vimokshase. Now you just Shrunushva, listen to me. Avahitaha vidvan yanmaya samudiryade. Hey Vidwan, the learned man, listen to me. Whatever I am going to say, that you listen. Etat shravanat sadyaha bhavabandha vimokshase. Bhavabandhat vimokshase. Just by listening to this, just understanding what I am saying, instantly you will be freed. How can I be freed instantly? Because you are already muktaha. This is a praptasya praptihi. It is something which is already there, you are gaining. Like Dasamo Nashtaha. That is one story of Paramartha Guru and 10 disciples. We would have heard the story when 10 people were going to swim across. The Guru has said, be careful, always count all 10 of you are there. They cross, go to the other side, start counting. The 10th man is missing. Even after each one of them count. Now, is the 10th man really lost? No. The 10th man is there amongst them. But then you are not counting it. So that is called aptasya aptihi, praptasya praptihi. When somebody comes and helps them, they gain the 10th person. Have they really gained the 10th? Actually, no. But is the effect of gaining the 10th person there? Yes. Because earlier they were unhappy, they were crying to get the 10th person. Now they are happy that they have got the 10th person. So the difference is between how you were before and how you are after. So from that perspective, there is a gain of 10th man. But in reality, there is no gain of 10th man because 10th man has already been gained. He was never lost. Similarly, the Atma Vastu, because it is what you are, it can be instantly gained. All you need is knowledge. 69. Mokshasya hetu pradamo nigadyade vairagyam atyantam anitya vastushu tatashamaschapi damasti diksha nyasa prasakta kila karmanam vrisham. So, again, the question is about who gains moksha, how to do this. The first step is Vairagyam, then Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti, then giving up karma. Mokshasya hetu pratamaha nigadyate Vairagyam. First is Vairagya. Then Atyantam Anitya Vastushu. Vairagyam is first one. Vairagyam Atyantam Anitya Vastushu. So don't be running. First you just come out of the current running. If you haven't done that, there is no start. Because you are all the time already engaged in things which are taking you away. Now you have to first pull yourself back from that and then put yourself on the track of moksha. Till then there is no start of the pursuit. Then what? Shamaschapi Dhamastitiksha. So then Shamadama, Uparati Titiksha, Samadhanam, all those things that we already spoke about. Then Nyasaha Prasakta Kila Karmanam Brisham. Then giving up all the karma, just at least give the Kartritva Buddhi. Give up Kartritva Buddhi. Kartritva Bhoktritva, recognize that everything is being done by Ishra. That is Karma Yoga. That is the starting point for this yatra towards moksha. 70. Tata Shrutis Tanmananam Satatva Dhyanam Iram Nitya Nirantaram Munehe Tato Vikalpam Parametya Vidwan Ihaiva Nirvana Sukam Samridhyati. Then Shruti Tataha Shrutihi. Then you have to listen to the Guru. Tan Mananam. Then reflecting on the same thing. Satatva Dhyanam. Then the Nididhyasanam. Then Chiram Nitya Nirantaram Munehe. Okay. Dhyanam Chiram Nitya Nirantaram. Continuously keep meditating on the truth which is the Brahma Swarupa. Tataha Vikalpam Parametya. Then this state, that jnanam which is avikalpam, there is no difference. Whenever, even if you are doing anything, you are one with that Brahman. That is avikalpam jnanam. There is no vikalpa. There is no difference. There is no duality. Even when the world is appearing in front of you, all that is appearing is actually the content of it is only Brahman. There is nothing other than Brahman. Though you are seeing a sun, the sun is nothing but sun consciousness. You are seeing a moon, there is moon consciousness. You are seeing a mountain, there is mountain consciousness. You are recognizing yourself, there is your self consciousness. You are recognizing your buddhi, there is buddhi consciousness. You are recognizing anger, there is anger consciousness. You are recognizing individuality, ahankara, there is ahankara consciousness. There is a vritti on consciousness which is giving you the whole world experience. The vrittitvam is mithya. There is no content called vrittitvam. What is there? The content of everything is only consciousness, the awareness, the chinmatratvam which is satta. That is avikalpam, because it doesn't have anything on it. It supports everything but itself is away from everything else. In fact, there is no everything else. The everything else is only vrittitvam which is superimposed on the swarupa which is jnaptihi. That is avikalpam, recognizing that as you, because jnaptihi, the only source of jnapti is you, there is no other jnapti. You don't recognize jnapti in this cognition. In fact, you don't recognize jnapti at all, but you are the jnapti because of which there is vritti, and the vritti because of which the world is evident to you. The world becomes evident because of the self-evident you. So that is avikalpam, because the self-evident you has no vikalpa. Any vikalpa has to be cognized. The cognition of vikalpa is what is called duality. And all that is cognized is nothing but a vritti on top of your swarupa, which is avikalpa. So that avikalpatvam, when you are gaining, means that you are gaining the jnanam swarupa siddhi. Parametya vidwan ihaiva nirvana sukham samruchyati. Ihaiva. Living here, the person gains moksha. There is no living here. In fact, the jnanam that the person gains is that there is no living or here or nothing. There is only Brahman. But from the standpoint of Ajnani, this person has gained jnanam, that's all. 71. Yadbodhavyam tavedanim atmanatma vivechanam taduchyate maya samyake shrutva Shutvatmanyavadharaya. Okay. Yad bodhavyam tava idanim atmanam atma vivekam. Whatever needs to be understood, the difference between what is the truly the Swarupa and what is Mithya Bhuta Jagat, that I am going to tell you. Uchyate maya samyak shutva. I am going to tell you that, just listen to carefully. Atmani avadharya, just first keep it in mind. Okay. This is what is called abhimukhi karanena. By just getting, hey, I'm going to tell you something important. Okay. Even if you have been thinking of things, dreaming about your dinner plans, just bring your attention. Like Bhagavan tells Arjuna, no? Shunu, like that. Okay. So here also he says, hey, listen, come, let's listen to this. Just getting your attention in. Okay. That's what is 72. Majja stitam, majja asti medaha, alarakta jarmat twag, ahvayir dhatu bire biranvidam, padoru vaksho bhuja prishta mastakaihi, angair upangair upayukta metate. This body, this mind and all that is all made up of what? 7 ingredients. Majja means that which is marrow, inside the bones. Asti, the bone. Medaha, fat. Pala, rakta. Then flesh, blood. Dharma, skin. Twag. All these things, nerves and whatever, right? Akvayer dhatu bihi ebihi anvitam. These make up what? Padoru vaksho bhuja prishta mastakai. The legs, the thighs, the chest, the arms, the back, the head. Angaihi upangaihi upayuktam etat. Okay, these make up all that. Your legs, thighs, chest are made up of what? Marrow, bones, fat, flesh, blood, skin. All these things, right? Together. Or today we talk about cells and all that. So it's all things which are put together. It's a collective thing called a body. The food you ate so many years is what is this body about. Nothing more, nothing less, right? Ahamameti praditam 73. Shariram mohaspadam sthulamiti iryate budaihi nabho navas swaddahanam bhubhumayaha sukshmani bhutani bhavantitani. This body, aham mama iti praditam, whatever you are calling as me and mine, this shariram mohaspadam, this is on which all your moha, your attachment, everything is on this. Sthulamitiryate budaihi. This is just a gross body. Navo nabaswad dahanambu bhumayaha. The 5 elements. Nabaha means sky. Then nabaswa dahana, the air, the fire. Ambu, water, bhumayaha, earth, these 5 elements, sukshmani bhutani bhavantitani. The whole thing is made up of these 5 elements. Whatever the 7 things, ingredients are made up of these 5 elements. Okay. Your body and what is outside body also are made up of these 5 elements only. All that is here other than your awareness is only these 5 elements. Nothing more. It's just a combination of these is what is appearing as the world, including your body too. We will see Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.